Welcome to the PharmaVOICE 100 one-on-one video series with Karen Groen.
JeanMarie, thanks so much for joining us for the PharmaVOICE 100 Celebration Marathon.
Oh, you're welcome. It's great to see you here and great to be here.
JeanMarie, what do you see as the biggest trends right now impacting clinical trials?
Wow, well, I think the obvious is that no one can travel. And so biggest impact is that we're seeing a lot more remote monitoring. Not that that wasn't becoming popular, but now it's basically mandatory. And so a lot of adjustments have had to be made to accommodate that. And we're seeing more use of telehealth. Telehealth to do patient follow-ups and really just to even see and treat patients. So I think that's probably our biggest impact, I think, on running our clinical trials that I see today.
Excellent. And what are some of the unique factors in overseeing a medical device trial compared to the traditional therapeutic, since I know that's one of your areas of expertise?
Yeah, I mean, in general, the goal was the same. That is to introduce safe and effective products to the market and get them to the patients that need them as quickly and safely as possible. But there are differences from the regulatory landscape is really what's different. Some of them are the same. So, 21 CFR 50, human subject protection, of course, financial disclosure, IRB requirements are the same. But with medical device, we are following 21 CFR 812, which is the investigational device exemption. And we also follow ISO standards, 14155, and also medical device directives, MDEV, and all these other regulatory pathways that are very different. But at the end of the day, again, we're looking to get these products safely approved with good data. And another difference is at one time you really could just file literature searches for a CE mark to get approval, but now we're seeing more and more need for clinical evidence. So it's really a shift of more data collection. So in some ways, it's starting to mirror a little bit more like the data collection and reporting we do for pharmaceuticals and biologics.
Excellent. And how is it in terms of patient recruitment? What are you seeing there?
It's a challenge always, right? No matter whether it's medical device or whether it is a pharmaceutical. But, these are patients with specific needs, and especially for medical device, patients either need it or they don't for the most part. So the recruitment is, in a lot of ways, a little bit easier. To really identify those patients and to be able to get them into clinical trial. Where it becomes competitive sometimes are similar devices all at the same clinical site. But I think it's same as far as patient recruitment.
And what are you seeing in terms of the globalization of clinical trials? Where are some of the areas that you think are like the hot spots right now?
Well, I think it's interesting. I think because of GDPR and MDR and a lot of uncertainties that we were seeing with Europe, I think there was really a shift, and certainly for us, we're doing much more first in human here in the US. We're going still to South America. And not that there's not trials going on in Europe, but that's not the immediate go-to. We're looking at other areas. I also see a shift from device development across the Asia-Pacific region. So we're seeing a lot of trials that are going from our Tokyo office over into Australia. And so the Pacific Rim is really starting to grow the greater need for trials and work. But from a regulatory perspective, we're finally starting to see more acknowledgement of and standardization of acceptance for protocols and data in many regions. We have already been involved in a number of harmonization by doing studies. One protocol accepted by both the FDA and PMDA saves a lot of time. The clients that we've worked for have shaved off about 2 years in some of their clinical development under those programs. And we're starting to see some of those same regulatory acceptances, I think, from other regions as well, which certainly helps all of our clients because trials are certainly getting more and more costly.
JeanMarie, I can't thank you enough for being part of our Celebration Marathon, and thank you so much for your insights on what you're seeing in the clinical trial space.
Yes, congratulations, and thanks for having me, and hope this is a great success for you.
Thank you.
For more PharmaVoice 100 content, visit www.pharmavoice100.com.